Get ready for an absurd comedy that I found to be delightful. And Frank, a would-be musician, is given the opportunity of his life when he joins an eccentric indie band, the leader of which wears a giant mask at all times. I thought this thing was going to be simply nuts. It was going to turn down some dark roads, but instead it's an excellent film with a music-based story infused with comedy. Despite working in an office, John considers himself a songwriter and a keyboard player. Out at lunch one day, he sees a man trying to drown himself with a guy's friends watching on. Turns out that a new hit indie band has come to town and they've just lost their keyboardist to this freakout, and they give John the job because he's standing right there. He shows up to the first gig ready to rock and roll, and he meets Frank, the leader of the band, who's wearing that. Well, the keyboardist impresses the strange singer, and he's offered a spot in their number. John chucks it all away, joining a band whose name he can barely pronounce, led by a weird but amazingly talented performer. He discovers if he really has the stuff to be a professional musician, and if he's a fit for this band. You're going to get past that giant head pretty quickly. That's how good this movie is. It's one of those rare times where a film embraces its own weirdness in such a way that we just accept all of it. John's character does narrate this film, and that helps because that gives us a little grounding, a little reality, because so much of this film is crazy, but it's always funny. Domhnall Gleeson is both straight man and jester as John, blending a comedic performance with a little touch of the serious so we can connect to the crazy things that go on in this movie. Now, yes, this film is absurd, but it's funny and it's also endearing. Let's talk the elephant-sized mask in the room. Let's talk Frank. Having one of your main characters under that thing could completely distract people from your film, but that doesn't happen here. Michael Fassbender is the man under the mask, and he takes this guy and makes him charming, intelligent, a gifted musician that you get into, and he even makes you laugh. You completely buy very quickly why people would follow him, and I loved his performance. How they brought the title character to life exemplifies why I like this movie. At face value, it just doesn't look normal, but underneath you have rich humor, excellent performances, and a movie that is so entertaining and oddly touching that sometimes I didn't really notice the mask. I normally love weird movies, but Frank just looked a little too out there for me. When I started watching it, it quickly won me over because of the humor and by being far better than I was banking on. Now, if you don't like your comedies out there in left field, I still suggest you watch this movie. By how it embraces its own weirdness and delivers the laughs, this movie is definitely worth watching.